You are now tuned in to Hits 92.3, where we take great pride in personal expression of one's feelings, thoughts, or ideals. What you're getting ready to hear on this show are the opinions of the hosts and their guests, and they do not reflect the opinions of Hits 92.3 radio station, the brand, management, staff, their respective advertisers, parent companies, or affiliates. Now stay tuned as this show begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good afternoon. You are tuned in to the L.I.C.K show on Hits 92.3 with your girl KELZ, and you already know it is Wednesday, which means it's Whining Women Wednesdays. Y'all, of course, y'all already know this is the Trigger 2-hour show. So the questions that we have, it's not even questions. What women need to know about women. So today I'm talking to the ladies. We're always talking to the men, but there's a big word, accountability, that women really, really don't focus on. So I'm going to be talking to the women today. The other conversation that we're going to have is how to cultivate a healthy dating relationship so that it can last. All right, so we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be right back. You are tuned in with KELZ with the L.I.C.K show on Hits 92.3.
Every day is a new choice. We make our beds and we lie in them. Who do you want to lay down with? Choose wisely. Met you on Friday, picked you up on Saturday. Sunday night you calling me over and over and over again, telling me that you're ready to rock me steady, rock steady. I got you so addicted, I should've never let you taste my love, my love. Damn right I wanna see you again, but I'm not ready for no love affair. Still you ask me what is happening, when I told you that my heart wasn't there. I handle business on the weekday, but you can have me on the weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If you wanna be my weekend lover, it's gonna be hard to leave. Take it from me, from me, from me. Take it from me, from me, from me. If you wanna be my weekend lover, it's gonna be hard to leave. Take it from me, from me, from me. Gonna be hard. Take it from me, from me, from me. Damn right I wanna see you again, but I'm not ready for no love affair. And still you ask me what is happening, when I told you that my heart was
Hey, the secret's out. Hits 92.3 is now accepting submissions for brand new shows. That's right, you could become a radio personality right here on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. You don't have experience? That's okay. You don't live in Georgia? That's okay. You don't know what to do now? Now that's not okay. But your girl is here to help you out. Email us today at hits923newshow@gmail.com and tell us about your potential show with Hits. Again, that email address is hits923newshow@gmail.com. Don't be last. The slots are filling fast.
Yeah, you wanna talk to me, you tryna know my name, but I ain't on it tonight. I'm just tryna feel the vibe. You don't know what to say, you're just tryna swing my way. Oh, why don't you see the light? You just tryna get inside. I'm just tryna sing my song. Me and my girls, we ball. No need to touch at all. You can look, but just don't touch. Give me 50, leave me alone. Now tell me who's in charge. Your ego's way too small. I know you wanna come and talk to me nice. I really wanna know my name, but I ain't on it tonight. Come and talk to me nice. Ooh, you really wanna know my name, but I ain't on it tonight. I'm just here for a good time. I bet I got you fantasizing. I can see it all in your eyes. I know I got you hypnotized, yeah. I'm just here for a good time. I bet I got you fantasizing. I can see it all in your eyes. I know I got you hypnotized, yeah. Don't touch, that's all, baby. Don't me, that's always. It's like work, it's all in a day. Consider this a perk if I'm all in your face, like, who want it? You got it, I got it, I got it. Egypt, one bill in a day. You're looking for a God, it's right in your face, yeah. I'm just trying to sing my song. Me and my girls, we ball. No need to touch at all. You can look, but just don't touch. Give me 50, leave me alone. Now tell me who's in charge. Your ego's way too small. I know you wanna come to be nice. I really wanna know my name, but I ain't on it tonight. Come and talk to me nice. Ooh, you really wanna know my name, but I ain't on it tonight. I'm just here for a good time. I bet I got you fantasizing. I can see it all in your eyes. I know I got you hypnotized, yeah. I'm just here for a good time. I bet I got you fantasizing. I can see it all in your eyes. I know I got you hypnotized, yeah.
Just so y'all know, I cannot stand sunshine. Y'all don't be knowing half the stuff we be talking about in this studio. This girl gonna get me in trouble. So look, the conversation today is things that women need to know, right? First of all, let me put my girl on game, and shout out to Stoner that was in here earlier that kind of put her on game a little bit. When it comes to y'all's men, do not put your really, really good friends in the midst of whatever it is you got going on, you got to say to make that person not like your friend. I'll say this. If you have a man or a woman, whatever you prefer, y'all have a disagreement, do not call your best friend in the middle of that disagreement with your person sitting right there. Because the minute y'all make up, guess who your spouse or your person is not gonna like? That really good friend that you called on that probably kept you in some shit. My homegirl back in the day, when she used to get in trouble, I ain't gonna say get in trouble. She used to leave her kids with me and start to date her new boyfriend, where her parents used to call her. No, they used to call me looking for her. My other homegirl was never with me, but she would always tell her mom that she was at my house. So when y'all do that, y'all get the person that y'all are putting in the limelight of whatever misted stuff that y'all have going on, you're going to get them in trouble. If you do not want to get that person in trouble, do not put them in the midst of whatever it is you got going on. And the reason I say that is because my girl be in here looking amazing every single day. She done started wearing makeup. She got her heels on today, y'all. If y'all see her, she got her little skinny jeans on. You can't tell this girl nothing. And guess what she says online? It's because of Kels. Look,
Okay, first of all, anybody who is friends with Kels knows that if you're going out with Kels, you better put that thing on because
put that
Kels gonna
thing
put
on.
hers on. And so Kels has been in the station every day doing videos, taking pictures, and everything else. So Kels
So,
is here.
uh
I
huh.
have to dress up. Also, we have meetings. We have meetings, you guys. I asked Kels at our last meeting, like, what is it that I need to do to be a little bit
Oh,
better? I am good with critiques. And Kels said, you got to up your attire. Like, you got to look like the rooms you want to be in. You got
yes.
to look like the things you want to do. You want to host, you got to look like a host. You want a red carpet, you got to look like you can red carpet. You got to look like what you want to do. So, could I do it immediately? No. But when I got that income tax, though, I hit that shin haul, shouty.
That's what
And
I'm talking about.
and all I'm saying is no wrestling suits all summer. We doing summer dresses and
Yes.
shorts and cute little squirt sets and everything else like that.
And you know what that requires you not to have a part of that attire?
A hoodie.
Panties. So we're going to keep it
Oh,
moving. So the conversation right now is what women need to know about women. All right? What women need to know about women. First of all, you need to make sure that you are in a position to date. And the reason I say that is because I am sick and tired. And I'm going to say this again. I'm talking to the women. If you get mad, it's because the truth hurts. I am sick and tired of listening to broke women talking about they want a six-figure man. I'm tired of listening to women with broke down cars with the engine lights on talking about what kind of car a man has to have, what kind of income he needs to have, what kind of job he needs to have, what kind of life he needs to have. You got issues with your kid's father right now, and you talking about I ain't dealing with no baby mama drama. So I am talking to the women. First thing you need to do is figure out what makes you tick. Figure out the things that you like. Figure out the things that you don't like. Figure out what you need to fix. We're always worried about what the man has to do, what the man isn't doing, what he is doing, what these men out here and oh my gosh, like all they want is sex. All they want is this. All they want. They ain't spending no money. They ain't get my hair done. They ain't get my nails done. But you can't get it done either. So my biggest thing is if and this is me personally. I'm talking to me too because I am single and I went through all kinds of things that I needed to work on that I thought my shit didn't stink. One of the very few things that I needed to figure out for myself is, girl, you got to get your finances together. And I know men will always say men don't care about women's money. They don't care about how much they make. They don't want a broke woman either, though. So you got to have some type of motion. I ain't saying you got to own a business. And I know it comes across that because I own a business, I'm always talking to business owners, and I'm not. What I'm saying is put yourself in a position where you can pay your own bills. Put yourself in a position where you can take yourself out, where you can get your own hair done, your nails done, if you're into that. Some women are into getting their nails done and, all of that. But if you want a man, most, I ain't gonna say all because everybody's different, they look at that. They look at how you upkeep yourself, and then they kind of, whether they want to admit it or not, they're going to judge how you look as into what type of woman you are. If you're a woman that has her hair done, her nails done, she's dressed nice, she got foreign bags, he might feel like, oh, I can't afford her. But if you always looking busted and disgusted, then they're like, I don't want to take her nowhere. She don't even take care of herself, so how should you expect me to do this, that, and the third? If my money isn't right, I am not in a lovey-dovey mood. I am not horny. I don't need attention. All I want to do is get my bag. I want to get my money up. And I want to always make sure I'm in a position where I can feed myself. I always say this, and I'm so glad that somebody made a post about it. I am so grateful and thankful that I'm able to feed myself and take myself out to eat so I don't have to be nice to these men. Because that's what a lot of us are doing. Women are taking the time to sit back, not fix themselves, not work on the things that they need to work on in the hopes that if they just look good on the outside that they can attract a man and then that's it. These men don't want that. And this girl had this video, and I'm about to play a little bit if I can get it to play on my phone. I didn't have time to download it, but this is some real, and this is again, I'm glad she said it because most women be in denial about this. Hold on one second. It says being in a relationship or married is not a flex.
And at the strip club, when I tell you most of those men in there have a wife or they got a girl at home, and I be like, why you not at home? Why you here? They hate their wife. They hate their girl. Like, bitch, imagine waking up and your nigga don't even like you. Like, I wouldn't even wish that shit on my worst enemy. I win, bitch. I'd rather go to jail. Like, that's a crazy way to live. And I'd be like, well, why you won't leave? Or, like we grown, just leave. It'd be the paperwork with the marriage, or they got kids together, or they got businesses together. Like, it'd be a lot of reasons as to why they can't leave, bitch. I would never want to live like that. Enjoy being single. Take those trips by yourself. Go to dinner by yourself. Spoil yourself. Save your pom-pom. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing like waking up peaceful. Bitch, I'm on my balcony eating peanut butter and motherfucking apples in my condo in Miami. View crazy. Finna go to the gym after that. No money problems. Set yourself up so you won't even have to live like that. Live in misery like that. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays, being single is the flex. I'm telling y'all. Like, these niggas don't have no loyalty nowadays. No loyalty. I done been in the club and a nigga done tried to talk to one girl. The next day he coming there with another girl. I done seen men coming there with different women every night like it's no motherfucking loyalty. It's no loyalty nowadays. It's no standards. Don't nobody want to do shit the traditional way. Everybody snaking you behind your back. You got your niggas even talking about their females behind their back. Like, imagine you living with your nigga and he talking shit about you behind your back to another bitch. I would never want to live like that. Set yourself up, man, because one thing about it, a bitch that got her own paper, she ain't got to deal with none of that. A bitch that got her own, man, I dog niggas out. That's why my ass still single. Nigga, what? The fuck? Who the fuck you talking to? This man, what? Bitch, what? What you say? Man, what? I don't play the bar. I don't play the motherfucking bar. Can't no nigga say they gave me shit, paid my bills, or none of that. I stand 10 toes. Nowadays.
Okay. So the reason I played that, and excuse the profanity, as if y'all have noticed, I try not to cuss as much on my show. But I had to play. There was no other video I could find real quick that I could play that would keep me from playing that. It was just the vocabulary. Okay, cool. She cussed a lot. She's not lying though. Sometimes we date because we're in need, right? I was in a relationship with somebody because I needed help. I didn't even realize that I wasn't attracted to him until I got on my feet and got myself together. Sometimes we try to jump into relationships because this person is doing something that you need them for. Sometimes it won't even be that. Sometimes we don't know who we are and what we need to fix and what we need to work on, and we end up dating somebody that needs help. That's me. I'm always dating somebody that needs my assist. They need me to be the nurturing person that I am, to be the listener that I am, to be the one that is going to hold them down, to give them chance after chance after chance. I've always been that type of person. So, if you are in a relationship or you want to be in a relationship, make sure you have yourself together before you get there. Do not, and I strongly suggest, and this is just me, this is my own opinions, I don't have no statistics, that girl didn't have no statistics. She said she works in the club, so I didn't catch the beginning of that when I put it up to the microphone, but she actually works in a club and she talks to the men that come into the strip club. And those are the things that they're telling her, is that they don't like it at home, this and the third. And this is for anybody, but I like to talk to women because I'm not a man. I don't know how men think. I don't know how they move. But as a single woman or a woman that's in a relationship, even if you're in a relationship right now and you just feel like I can't get this to work, make sure you get your paper in order. Make sure you get your life together and figure out, is this person really for me? Is this person not for me? Because if you don't work on yourself, you're going to end up in a relationship with somebody that you do not want to be with. I married somebody that I know for a fact was not my person. I dated somebody that I know for a fact was not my person. And I ended up in a relationship with somebody that I know for a fact was not my person. So make sure you get yourself together before you get there. be in a relationship with. So that's one of the things I had to work on. Another thing I had to work on is wanting things to be my way or the highway. And I wasn't even in realization that I was doing that until somebody brought it to my attention. So now it's like, okay, you're a bossy person. How do you not be a bossy person? Think about what the other person is doing. And if they are moving in a way that never, ever changes, would you still be with that person? That's one thing that I always look at. If I'm dating somebody and they never clean up behind themselves. And they're at my house every weekend. They just never ever clean up. And I get sick of it. I'm an OCD person and I like things to be clean, neat, and in a particular order. In my mind, can you deal with it? If I can deal with it, guess what? I'm going to have to be the person that's going to be cleaning up behind this person for the rest of their life. I can't expect that hopefully one day they'll change and start picking the things up that they weren't picking up. I have to figure out if I stay with this person, I have to be the one when I get up in the morning, I have to pick up his clothes and put it in the hamper. When I get up in the morning, I got to clean out the sink from when he shaved and all his shavings are in the sink. When I get up and like, those are the things I would have to think about if I was to stay with this person. So a lot of times we try to think of the potential of another person. We try to think of the potential of who we are as a person, and we are not literally doing the work on the things that we need to work on. And we don't take accountability. When we are wrong, we don't like to say I'm sorry. We don't like to say I was wrong, and we definitely don't want to hear you tell us that we're wrong. Even if you are wrong, we expect you to find a way to accept our apology without even giving the apology, and let us know that we're wrong without telling us that we're wrong. We have to be able to have real conversations with somebody that we're trying to be in a relationship with. So I feel like these are certain things that women really, really need to know, is that you have to be on your A game when you want a person for real. You have to make sure your money is in order, your house is in order, your badass kids, get them together, because they're gonna grow up and be terrible adults that we don't, and that's a conversation we're gonna have too. We're gonna talk to the mothers one of these episodes on a Wednesday. Because some of us had some terrible, terrible children. And we let them do whatever they want to do because we think it's cute, or because they're young, or because they're going through something, or we're going through something. Sometimes we ignore the fact that our kids are completely out of control because we're depressed, or we're working a lot, or we simply just don't have time, or because the dad isn't helping, then it's this, that, and the third. It's your daddy's fault, and I'm trying my best. And no, we got to learn to start taking accountability for ourselves and what it is that we want in life. And it doesn't always have to be a relationship. I know I talk a lot about relationships because I eventually want to be in one. So I do talk about that often. But for the women who do not want a relationship, it is still things that you need to work on as a woman and as a human being to be like a good person in society. It can help with business. It can help you make more money. It can help with your relationships with your family and even relationships with your kids. Anything you want to say, Sunshine? Because you had your hand up earlier. What would you? Nothing.
Oh, that wasn't my hand up. That was
Oh, you was. Okay, cool. I just want to make sure I ain't leave nothing out. All right. So, just to go back on, if you're just tuning in, I'm talking about the things that women need to know about women. Another thing that we do is we don't hold each other accountable. I guess it's as close as I'm gonna get, so I'll take it now. I don't know what he's saying. I'm sorry. I started reading. I said I wasn't gonna read comments on there. If you want to see us in studio, make sure you tune in to YouTube, Hits 92.3's YouTube channel, and you can watch everything in studio. And right now we're talking about what women need to know about women. We talked about broke ones, because I know I be my 30-minute segment is like really fast. So we talked about broke ones and how we need to get our lives together, how we need to get our money in order, how we need to get our homes in order, and just learning to be better friends. That is like the very first start to me. I feel like if you can't be a good friend, then you definitely can't be a good mate. And when I say of being a good friend, sometimes we have to talk to each other about the things that we need to work on, about the things that we need to fix. And sometimes we just allow ourselves to just do whatever because that's my homegirl and I'm with her right, I'm with her wrong, which you are in public. But when y'all are in private, if that is really, really your friend, then you should be able to talk to your friend You should be able to take constructive criticism from your friend if you're doing something that's not um right, I guess, or not good. Um I'm sorry, I just keep reading messages. Again, if you want to comment, it's easier for me to see it on YouTube because Sunshine will be able to read some of these comments off. It's hard for me to read them on my social media. So if you want to tune in, you can call in. The telephone number is 404-254-4347. Again, 404-254-4347. I know y'all said this is a good topic. I'm running through it really, really fast, but I just want women to learn to take accountability and stop looking to men to take care of you, because right now in 2025, people are not like, relationship is not their first ideal. It's not the goal for them right now. So in the midst of this crazy, crazy world of where everybody's wanting to be single or in a situationship or in a poly relationship or whatever type of extramarital relationships that they prefer, while that is all going on, take this opportunity, if you are a person that wants to be in a relationship, to work on yourself. And that is dating yourself. Oh, yeah. Okay. The telephone number is 404-254-4347. Dating. I'm very big on dating myself. I love getting dressed up. And when I say dating myself, some people think, oh, today I'm just gonna go to lunch and just get something to eat and scroll social media, or I'm gonna take my laptop and do some work while I'm out at this place. When I say date yourself, it's almost imagining you sitting across the table from you. If you were on a date, would you take your laptop and do work? No. All you did was take your laptop to Starbucks, or take your laptop to this nice restaurant, or take your laptop to wherever you take to the park, and you're still working. I mean, literally, like whatever it is you would wear on a date. If you're going to a concert by yourself, dress up. However, you would dress up going to a concert. If you're going to a nice restaurant, would you throw on some jeans real quick because you by yourself? No, you're going to get dressed up. So when I take myself out, I like to get dressed up, and I'm going to go order whatever it is I would order if I was on a date, and I'm going to spend time with myself. I remember running into my homeboy's ex-wife at the movie theater one night, and she was talking to me thinking that I was waiting on someone to come out the bathroom, and she was like, "Are you waiting on somebody?" Or like, she was like, "Are you here by yourself?" And I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "Oh, okay." She said, "You look cute. Where are you coming from?" And I was like, "Coming from the house." She was like, "Oh, you going somewhere after?" I'm like, "The hell? No." And I said, "I just came to the movies." And she's like, "You came by yourself and you dressed up?" I said, "Yeah, I'm on a solo date." She's like, "Oh, I'm gonna do that next time." Because she was on a solo date herself, but she had her little blanket, she had her little joggers on, and she was comfortable. So as if she was like in a home date, but she was like, going forward, I'm gonna start dressing up as if I was on a date, because she really thought I was going somewhere. So how you treat yourself, and that's just one example, how you treat yourself when you're by yourself is going to be what the world sees on the outside, and they're going to start to treat you how you treat yourself. If you treat yourself like you're that bitch, they're going to treat you like that. If you treat yourself like, I ain't got nobody, I'm by myself, and this, that, and the third, then they're going to be like, well, she ain't got nobody and she by herself. I'm going to make her an option. Another thing I'll say too, going into the dating phase, is I'm strongly on this, and I know today is different. It is 2025, and women are jumping in DMs, and I've heard women that are married, and you ask how they met, the woman jumped in his DM. So it's nothing wrong with, um I call it aggressor, but maybe not aggressor. It's nothing wrong with being the initiator. Let me change my vocabulary. Nothing wrong with being the initiator, but I'm big on allowing a man to show interest. Once he shows interest, then reciprocating. That's another thing women do not do that we need to start doing, is reciprocating. When a man shows energy and you're into him and you want to see where it goes, don't make it hard for no reason. There's no reason to be like, he called you 3 days in a row and you're like, oh my gosh, I like him so much, but I gotta wait. I don't want to seem thirsty. I'm gonna wait a couple days. No, if he shows interest, show interest back. That speeds up the process of playing games, because if you don't show interest, guess what he's gonna think? You're not interested. All right, so we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we are going to start our Wine and Women Wednesdays. And we're talking about cultivating how to have a healthy relationship. So y'all don't go too far. Make sure y'all go onto the hits page. Hits YouTube channel so you can see it. Go to live and then go click on the Lick Show, and you will see us in studio. We'll be right back.
Oh, oh yeah. Shit. Yeah. I'm caught up by the sight of you, but I thought of some freaky shit that we can get into. You're the pretty brown that's driving me wild. Girl, I'm tryna get in you. Girl, you know that I'll be loving you down all night. Won't you talk to me, baby? You can have a piece of my love. It's waiting for you until you get through. You can have all of me. I'll be a fantasy. You're all I need. 'Cause I want you. 'Cause I want you. 'Cause I want you. 'Cause I want you. Back that shit up. Girl, you know I don't be giving a fuck. I talk my shit, but I be backing it up. Have you thinking, girl, you falling in love, but I ain't looking for love. I'm a freak by nature, baby. I bet this D will drive you crazy. She all about that action, but it's smoke for sure. I see you moving closer, is you down to go, go, go? You can have a piece of my love. It's waiting for you until you get through. Until you get through, baby. You can have all of me. I'll be a fantasy. You're all I need. 'Cause I want you. 'Cause I want you. 'Cause I want you. 'Cause I want you. Alright. Oh, when I get you home, I'm going deep in ya. I'm going deep in ya. Oh, get you alone. I'm tryna turn you out, baby. Oh, let me know. Are you ready for a nigga like this? I said, oh, gotta let you know. I'm gonna show you things you've never seen before, yeah. You can have a piece of my love. It's waiting for you until you get through. Until you get through, baby. You can have all of me. I'll be a fantasy. You're all I need. 'Cause I want you. 'Cause I want you. 'Cause I want you. 'Cause I want you.
Decatur, Lithonia, Conyers, Covington, McDonough, and all surrounding areas. Something Special Bar and Lounge presents Music Bingo and Karaoke. That's right, you heard me. Music Bingo and Karaoke. Every Wednesday at Something Special Bar and Lounge. On the 1 and 2s, we got DJ P. Joe. Not to mention, we got the host with the most, KELZ. We got drink specials, plus the full kitchen. Seafood dip, salmon bites, sweet heat wings, jerk chicken egg roll. From 5 to 7 is our happy hour. Mix and match, 2 items. Looking for good vibes, delicious drinks, delicious food, something special. Bar and lounge, 1377 Old McDonough Highway, Conyers, Georgia. The best spot on the east side. Express lunch on the go. Not to mention now open for lunch from 11 to 3 Monday through Friday. Look us up on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Something special, bar and lounge.
All right. She don't be. Look, y'all, we are back with Lick Show on Hits 92.3. And it is Wine and Women Wednesdays, where we are women, we're drinking wine, and we are talking about men. So we kind of talking to both today, actually. We're this next segment is how to cultivate a healthy relationship, cultivate a healthy dating relationship that'll last. So I'm not in a relationship.
Oh my God. You
But-
always want to do that. I'm not-
But I think I have learned enough in these 2-3 years that I have been single and dating that when I get into a relationship, I know how to make that one last. At least on my end, I know how to make it last because I am the one that'll always walk away.
So you're a runner.
I am.
I'm a track star.
I am. And I'm tired of running. I am. So when I get into a relationship, I just need to make sure, and it kind of ties into the last segment that I had when I was talking about what women need to do for themselves to get themselves together. Now that I know what I like and what I don't like, I won't be dating the same type of man that I dated to where when I get in a relationship and I want to run because he shouldn't have been there in the first place. So now that this face she making, why are you making this face, man? What you got to say?
I'm listening.
She said, "I'm listening. I don't judge." No, I want to know. Tell me.
Nothing. I'm just gonna wait. Let time tell. We gonna see.
Oh, you're gonna see. Yes, yes, yes. So I'm not gonna. It's not gonna be the same type of person I dated in the past. And I will say, the one common denominator that I had in my past was somebody that needed me in an emotional state, not necessarily a financial or a physical state. They
Mhm.
needed me emotionally because they had some things going on in their past or with their family, and I just had that same across the board. It was the same guy in that realm. And I'm gonna make sure that I don't do that anymore. But I've been good in the dating realm. I just haven't found my person yet.
Oh, y'all starting early this morning.
Right.
Okay.
Well, they were trying to, I'm sure they calling for the other segment. We can still we got it.
Yeah, we got it.
Hey, you're tuned into the Lick Show. Who we speaking to?
Hey, I was curious about a topic that was going on.
Hey, what you got to say about it?
I'm trying to just get some insight. So I believe I heard somebody say something about showing interest and then not really pursuing the person that's pursuing you.
Yes.
So how does that work out? Like, if you get a show of interest, say you was at a club or whatever, and then somebody introduced themselves, and then y'all sort of have a vibe, at least that's what the appearance is. How does it switch from by the time they get wherever they're going, if they don't show the interest back, like how long should the person pursue that interest in them?
Are you meaning on the guy's end?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, okay. So as a woman who isn't interested in somebody, if you call me more than once and I never, let's say it's 12 o'clock in the afternoon and you call me, I'm not going to be able to answer because I'm on air from 12 to 2. But if you don't hear from me by 6, 7 o'clock that night, then I kind of be like, I might do one more as a man. I might do one more call and then I'm not calling no more because that person has a phone. If they want to answer their phone or they want to call you back, they're going to call you back. If you text a woman and she doesn't give you full on conversations and she just answers a question and she shows no interest in how your day, like if you text her, "Good morning, beautiful," and she just says good morning and she says nothing, you might say one more thing. And if she says nothing really much after that, then I would take that as a woman that's not interested. Because if you say good morning, beautiful, and I'm interested in you, I'm trying to keep that conversation going. Would you say that?
I agree.
Yeah. So I would say as a man,
Oh, hold on.
how
hold
she
on. I'm sorry,
responds.
two people here. So is this the young lady in the blue? that's doing the talking right now?
Yes, yes, it is. But
Okay.
my co-host is in now, so we changed the subject at 12:30, which is cool. You still good. So it's two of us in here talking now. It's Kels and Ashley.
Okay, cool. I just want to know
Yeah,
what.
this is the
Okay,
lady in
so
the blue. This is
and
Kels.
what's your name again?
Kels.
Yeah, how you doing? I'm Drew.
Hey Drew. Drew was on my Instagram, so I put the number on and he called in. So did that answer your question though? If she doesn't respond, it depends on how she responds to you. If you text her and she's not trying to hold the conversation, she's not asking questions back, then 9 times out of 10, she's not interested. If she was busy and she's interested, she would tell you, hey, I'm at work, I'm at the gym, I'm driving. She's gonna tell you something to where you won't like go away, but she really wants to talk to you and she can't. If she just comes off like she's really not responding back, or you call her a few times out of the week and she never calls you back, she never texts you first, she's just not that interested. And I wouldn't keep pursuing that.
Okay, cool. So this is the best question of the day, right? Because you sort of got you answered the question, but you sort of answered what I didn't ask, right?
Okay.
So if y'all met somewhere, you had a vibe, right, or feel like you had a vibe, and then y'all got some contact information going. Where does the switch up happen if y'all never even have a conversation? Like, I know ladies do this sometimes, and I'd be sort of curious to how that happens. Like, we never had a conversation. It's just on the reach out. You never even got a response. It's sort of strange, but y'all were just vibing. Like, wasn't no drink buying or no extras like that. Like, it was just, or it was perceived as a vibe because y'all got to the point
That's
where y'all actually
easy. I can tell
shared
you
info.
right
How
now,
does that
she
work?
was passive aggressive. She
Yeah.
was being nice in the moment, but she was
Yeah.
never interested to begin with. So she gave her. I don't understand why people give their real numbers out, but she gave you her number in the intent she was never going to answer anyway.
She gave her real number because there are men out there
That
who
will
will
call.
choke you, who will hurt you, who will stab you, who will call your phone right then and there to make sure it's the actual phone number. And so she did the right thing. Just go ahead and give him the number. But
She wasn't interested.
yeah, she just wasn't interested, unfortunately, sir. And that's what I was going to say. I was going to say sometimes people take a person's friendliness or a person's like energetic personality as if they were as if you guys are having a vibe, and then when you cross that line they kind of just be like, oh, okay, well, let me just give him his number, but I'm not really into him like that.
And I will say, while he's on the phone too, for women who do that, stop entertaining men you do not like.
Yeah.
If you do
Yes.
not want
Yeah.
his number and you do not want to give your number to him, tell him you do not want to give your number. Stop holding conversations and accepting the drink and just sitting there talking to him for as long as you can, because you feel obligated because he bought the drink. Or if he didn't buy the drink and he's sitting there talking to you, just be like, I'm not interested. Be woman enough to be like, you ain't gotta say I don't like you, but I'm just not interested. Period. I don't want to talk to you. Why?
As a
I just
man,
don't.
I'm good with the not like you. I would prefer you say that, or better yet, don't get the drink. Don't take the drink.
Don't take the drink.
Don't take it.
Don't take
you're
the drink.
obligated to do anything, or give the Instagram or anything, because it's basic. Like, I see, if you talking about a younger generation or a younger crowd, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you sort of nervous about how the little YN's gonna act or whatever, gonna flip out, whatever. But it's dealing with somebody grown. Hey, we all in the moment. You know what I'm saying? There's
As
all
somebody
kind of
in a
opportunity around the corner.
relationship, I can honestly tell you that, and I'm grown. Like, it's grown men out here that act like the YNs when you tell them no to your number. I've been called a bitch.
Yes,
Sir, like so many words because they hate rejection. I mean, I don't know where you stay at, but we live in Atlanta,
and you don't know.
and like it goes down when you tell them no to like your number.
And men don't understand that because you don't see your boys act like that when y'all are around them.
But they some bitch ass niggas.
Yeah, but they act real hoish
Like, they
around
some
us
bitch ass
sometimes.
niggas.
And if you're by yourself or you got your heels on, so you can't really swing like you need to or whatever, you kind of have
That's
to
why.
just fall in line and just be like, all right, well, here's my number. You know what I mean? But I be real busy though. Like, you got to look for the context clues. You got to look at the body language. It's ways that girls try to let you know you could get this,
but you can't.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, they always say, look at where her toes is pointed. Like, when you talking, if her toes ain't pointing towards you, she ain't feeling you, shouty.
That's not
But
true.
that's why
Mine are pointed at everybody.
Right.
My
But
toes
you know
pointed
what?
at everybody.
I don't even take
That's wild.
drinks from people, and I haven't taken drinks from people in the club for a minute because of that. Like, I don't want you to feel like I'm obligated to communicate with you because you bought me a drink.
Yeah.
I'll buy my own $22 margarita because I know that's what it costs at most places that I go to. Like, it's not even worth it
Mm-hmm.
at all.
Thank you so much for calling.
Okay, but let me say my last thing. I'm gonna go.
Okay.
Let's just make a movement, ladies. If y'all want to be contacted, whatever, y'all bring it up because the body motion sound good, but then when you get a hug on the way out, like they give you the hug, yeah, for no hug. Now that's the whole mixed signal. Okay, well,
That's
cool, it's
a
on.
big. Oh God.
And then when she hug you, she put her titties on you when she hug you instead of giving you a church hug,
Yeah,
huh?
see, y'all doing the most with all
I
that
mean,
stuff.
shit just be weird. I be trying to understand. Did you have a man
We
and
sorry.
then it switched over on
I'm
the way out? You
apologizing
know, then
about
you
women.
trying to piece it together. Like, I don't know. Bye. I appreciate y'all, ladies. I ain't gonna hold
Have a
on.
You
good
are
one,
Y'all
so
sir.
been great. Y'all
welcome.
keep shining.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
like I ain't doing the hug
Yeah,
thing.
to his defense, and it goes again. If you tuned in at 12 o'clock, I was talking about things women need to know about women coming from a woman. And that was one of the things I said, have your money in order, because women who have their money in order, women who don't need, is not going to entertain and sit and drink a drink with a guy that she doesn't like. She'd rather just buy her own damn drink. So, like, for real, stop accepting drinks from men that you don't like because that comes off broke. Stop doing it. Now, I don't drink that much. So while I'm at work, if somebody offers me a drink, I used to say no, but I'm messing it up for the server. I'm messing it up for the bartender.
Oh,
And I'll take the drink, but I literally have no problem telling you I don't, I'm not interested. So before you buy this drink, don't think I'm about to entertain you all night and you about to follow me around all night. No. If you buy this drink, also, if a man buys a drink, don't be feeling obligated that woman has to talk to you. If you buy a woman a drink,
Yeah.
just be nice enough to buy her a drink, not because I want to talk to her, so let me buy her a drink. Just buy her a drink because you want to buy her a drink, and if she don't want to talk to you, let that be that.
okay. So
What's up?
one, maybe I shouldn't say it on the radio because then people's gonna know what you're doing. But what you need to do is you need to have a KELZ drink. So as a bartender, I used
I
to
do.
bartend, have a KELZ drink. The
Mhm.
bartender knows that you're gonna ring this drink up as this. They get to keep the change for it, but it's
Yeah.
really something else that you actually
when
like
I
to
I
used
was
to
drink.
do
younger, I
that.
used to do that.
Have a
I used to
KELZ
do
drink.
that, but then I still felt like even if they give me the drink, I have to stand and talk to them. So I'm better off.
And
just
you
saying,
and
no,
see, and that's
Oh
what
no, I
I
was
don't
just
get a
talking about the
drink out of that.
bartender issue. Like
Gotcha.
get them their money, and that's how
Yeah,
you get them their
yeah.
money. But on the other end, so I'm the girl, like it's kind of the opposite for me. I'm the girl that I like to sit at the bar. I go
Mhm.
places by myself a lot, and I have a really open, bubbly personality, right?
Mhm.
So people buy me drinks and they don't be trying to holler. I'm the
That's what I'm
opposite. You
saying.
know what I'm
Some people
saying?
don't. Yeah, some men just like to buy drinks and have great conversations.
Right. And so
But
that
to
I
clear
think
all
what I'm
that up,
trying to say is like women don't automatically believe that just because he buying you a drink that he's trying to holler and then you try to give him that cold shoulder because you don't want to spend, like, still be pleasant, still be a great personality because that's why he bought the drink. Like the drink was just to have a good conversation. Now if in that conversation y'all find out you single, he's single, y'all want to, then like Kale said, be woman enough to either lean into the pursuit or shut it down.
or shut it down.
But don't automatic, like that's that thing when like be like, hey miss, and you like, I got a boyfriend, I don't want to holler. He's like, you just dropped $20 on the
Right, you got
ground.
tissue on the
Yeah,
bottom of your
like
shoe.
now, see, that's excessive. You like that is really excessive, and
Yep.
that's a lot.
I had a conversation. Shout out to my boy DC. We had a whole back and forth one day. We were talking about because he swore that men are always after me and this, that, and the third and blah. And I was like, you always have women after you. What are you talking about? And I told him, I said, I always have to be nice because I used to think when men were being nice is they were trying to hit on me. When that's not always the case. So I said, I'm nice to everybody. You got to slap me in the face and tell me that you're interested in me. Because I never want to assume just because a man is being nice, oh, he trying to get some. No, I'm not even attracted to you. I just thought you had a great conversation, or we this whatever it is in this moment. I was cool with this, and then you just took it too far.
Not
So I
only
always just
that,
be nice.
you miss out, both sexes, not just one or the other. Both sexes miss out on the opportunity to either meet somebody, like everybody talk about. You, it's not who you, what you know, is who you know.
Mhm.
Okay, if you always regulate everything down to I'm just trying to get some, or I'm just trying to holler, or he just trying to holler, you miss out on those opportunities to meet people that you could be networking with, somebody who could be a
That is
really
so
good
true.
contact, somebody who could even end up being a really good friend. Like I have male friends that there's nothing but platonicness between us, and I've learned some of the most, great things from these people
Mhm.
just from being a pleasant, open, cool ass
But
person.
I
Yeah.
also feels like that comes with maturity because you have to know how to communicate with people. So you can communicate with the opposite sex without flirting. You get what I'm saying? So like you can have
Yes.
dialect,
Definitely.
but the problem comes when somebody's approaching you and they're talking and you flirt. Like don't flirt. Like just keep it simple. Cause I mean people approach me all the time, but that don't mean I have to flirt with you because you're approaching me to talk
Yeah.
about something. Like I mean, I met somebody at a Hawks game one time. Like he came to the bar, he was talking. I think it was me and my mom at the game. And he was, telling me he was a real estate developer with it. Woo, good. I'm a real estate agent. So, like that kind of went in hand, but he wasn't flirtatious. He was just communicating and telling me about his business. Oh, you trying to buy a home? I'm like, I'm a realtor. So now, like he literally sends me every now and then, like little things and telling me, like things in the market, or if he sees like right now he sent me somebody who's looking for a home. So it's like that was not a flirtatious introduction. It was more so
Yeah.
like a, like, hey, this is what I do. I'm trying to get my business out here. So it's like
He was
how you
networking.
communicate.
And
That's
Yeah.
what
then
it
let
sounded
it
like
and
to
let
me.
it turn into whatever it need to turn into. Like,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, just to say, he initially called because I made a comment about reciprocating. If a man shows interest and you are interested in him back, don't play hard to get. Don't make it difficult for no reason. Like, oh, I gotta make him wait 3 days before I call him back. No, in 2025, men that have their stuff together is not waiting 3 days for you to call them back. So if they're
Heck
interested,
no.
yeah, if you're interested, you have to show reciprocation because grown men don't chase. Let me
They
say that.
don't.
I had to learn this. This is one thing I learned while being single. Grown men do not chase. Broke men chase.
Yes.
Broke men do not
Because you have
chase.
to think about it. Grown men who got their shit together, they don't have to chase because they being
They don't
chased.
have to chase.
Baby, these
They
girls out
don't
here
have
trying to
time
get
for this,
it.
baby.
These girls out here trying to
You
get that back.
you next in line. You could be her, but if you don't want to be, I'm moving on. Grown men pursue. They do not chase. So, ladies, please, and probably talking to the broke women. Y'all need to learn the
Why
difference.
Indy said that man was definitely trying to holler at you. That combo curved fast when you spoke on your relationship. You know what? My dude tell me that all the time.
Mm,
Cause like I let it be known, like when they come and they talk, I let it be known at the beginning I'm in a relationship. That way you
yeah,
don't feel no time. But I don't take drinks from people either. But I don't
yeah.
take drinks from people because I don't want you to feel like it's an obligation.
That's what
Plus,
I'm saying. That's my
plus,
that's
I
my
mean, I
thing.
also feel like being in a relationship. If I'm out here taking drinks from you, then like, what the hell that say about my nigga? Like, what that say about him? I'm out here taking drinks from random niggas at the bar. Yo, bitch outside thirsty.
Oh my
I'm serious. Like, yo, bitch outside thirsty. That's what it come off as.
Mm, okay.
Okay, let's talk about this next. Let's talk about this next. This how to cultivate a healthy relationship that lasts. Serious.
Yes.
You know
And
this.
that's part of it is how you start in the dating. Again, this is the trigger to our show.
I'm sorry, y'all.
This is
I
the
just be
trigger
telling
to
it how
our
it
show.
is,
It's the way it's
and
supposed
it
to be
has to be
though.
like I don't know.
Because
And
there's
you know
so
what? I had
many.
that talk before because it was like when we first started talking. Um, I went to an event and my homegirl was like, "Oh, I got a section. Somebody I know got a section. We gonna sit in the section." I'm like, "Okay, cool." Everything like fell through. So then I seen somebody that I knew, and I was just like, "Oh, you got two seats in your section?" He was like, "Oh, yeah, cool." My nigga called me. He was like, "Don't ever do that." He was like, "I'll buy you a section first." I was
Don't
like, "Oh,"
ever.
and he will. Like he's
Oh.
bought a section before for
So
me
he was
and
like,
one
don't
other
go
person.
sit in nobody's section.
He don't care if but he don't want me asking nobody. So like if you my friend and you say, "Hey, we going out and it's a section for us to sit in," he
Mm-hmm.
completely fine. But he don't want me asking nobody to sit in
I
nothing.
got you.
He will get the sit like he is so
He said, if
serious.
you
And I learned
ever,
that at the beginning. I was like, oh, I ain't doing this. Cause like
if you ever do
like we
that
was just in
again.
Orlando and he got a whole section for just me and him to sit in. Like he ain't
Mhm.
when I tell you not playing, so I don't even play them type of games. I'd be like,
So
I
let me
ain't
ask you a
thirsty.
question. Were you like that before him though?
You want me to tell you? I wasn't, but I've never dated the caliber me. Like I've never dated
And that's
nobody
what
of
it
that
is. Once
caliber.
a man teach you
So
something,
when he,
you
that's what
Yes,
you
you
only have
can't
to
go
show me.
you ain't got
backwards.
you only gotta tell me
You
one
only got to
time.
tell me one time.
It's
He
hard to
told me
go
one
backwards.
time, and it was a right. Okay,
Yeah,
good.
it's
Okay,
hard
bet.
to. Yeah.
This
You tune
hello.
into the Lick Show. Who we speaking to? Three, two. All right, let me say this real quick too, because that goes on to what we were just talking about, like certain men. So I can't necessarily. Okay, I can't call him a fiance because he didn't propose yet, but I broke it off like right before. He's like, I got this ring. If we ain't doing this, I need to send this ring back. So you in or you out? I was like, I'm out. So I just say X, right? Because he didn't go that far. Whenever he would pick me up, even if I was at his house and I spent the night, if I'm in the shower, he when I come out and I don't see his car outside, I know he went to the car wash. He would never allow me to get in his car without it being clean. He was like, he's older too. He's like 14 years older than me. So he comes from a different generation. But he was big on his car had to be clean and vacuumed out before I sit in the seat and put. So if I get in a man's car and it's dirty, I'm like, oh, hey, you're tuning into the Lick Show. Who we speaking to?
This Indy.
Hey, what you got to say, Andrew?
Andrew, can you please turn
That's
us down in the
Andy.
background?
My bad. I got y'all playing on my other phone. My bad.
That's what I'm talking about. Tune in to the Lick Show. Okay,
Yeah, I
what you
be
got to
catching
say,
y'all.
Andy?
I got a question though.
Okay.
So y'all made a comment about as far as like grown men don't chase.
Yes.
Now, how do y'all truly feel about that though? Because I think that the fact that we don't chase, I think that sometimes that is a turn off for y'all because y'all think that we got other things going on. So like truly like how do y'all feel about that?
So me, Ashley speaking. I understand grown men not chasing. I don't really care because it's like I just feel like as adults, if you like somebody, then like you're gonna interact with that person. So when you make the like, I'm not gonna make the initiative to reach out to you or like I don't move first. So if you move first and you communicate with me, then yes, I'm gonna like hit you back. But I don't expect you to call me 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times and I don't respond and you keep calling. Like that's a little bit too much.
And
What
this
about
is Kels talking. When I speak on chasing, think about it. If you're running and I'm running after you, you're obviously going the opposite way. That's what I consider chasing. So if a man is showing interest in me, I don't consider that to be a chase if I show him interest back.
Mhm.
So I can't be chased if I like you.
mm, okay.
What you got to say?
No, I'm just listening because it's like I mean like I have been in situations in the past, not the future, but in the past where like I didn't like women to get around me. They'll see my phone. They'll be like, "Oh, you got 1,000 text messages and 200 voicemails. Like, damn, you must got a lot going on." And I just be like, "Nah, I just answer when I get ready." So I think like sometimes for women, I think y'all get turned off by that for some odd reason. Because that shit done happened to me so many times where somebody look at my phone and see what I got going on, and they'll be like, "Damn, what the fuck?"
And
So
you should
like,
be like, not what you sitting right here. Because you could have been one that I didn't answer. So
like
you sitting right here, how you
somebody say
complaining
don't
about the
answer.
people I'm not responding to? She
Yeah,
just got
like
insecurities.
I done been in a hella situation where women look at my phone and be like, "What the hell?"
But
And
you
I be
know
My
like,
what? That's
question
why
is,
I,
did you text me back though?
Yeah,
right.
why is she
Like,
worried
Cause
about
like
me
I don't
not
care about
texting
them.
back?
"No,
More than
no,
anything.
no bullshit. No, I didn't text them back neither." You know what I'm saying? So I do it to make sure you know that like I'm just not available to anybody. Like I want
right.
you to know that. So when you got my time, like I want you to make it a priority. Like
Right.
it ain't no situation where we just going you gonna have my number in your phone not saved and you got me still. I ain't got no name in your phone. Like nah, like
once I see full commitment, as far as like, okay, this person's interested. Okay, at least she got my name saved. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times with women, y'all don't like to say no nigga
I
number
don't.
for sure.
What?
I don't. So yeah, that's true.
Oh.
If I really like you, I save.
Yeah.
Because if you text me, all I gotta do is scroll up and I know who I'm talking to. But if I like
And
you,
that
I'll save your number.
so like for men who
Too
observing,
much
right?
anxiety.
Like we pay attention to that too. It
Mhm.
might not seem like we paying attention. We might not say nothing, but we definitely paying attention to see how you carrying yourself when it comes to that. When you come to me or whoever that person is
Good.
that you talking to or dating or whatever. Like we
Mhm.
pay attention to those things. So like I mean, as far as I can only say like men of substance. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't speak on men who just chasing because I ain't gonna hold you. At one point in my life, I was chasing everything under the sun. You feel me? So
Okay.
I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm just
But that was a
perfect.
different
You know
type
what
of.
I'm saying?
I feel like that's a different type of chase.
I do too. I
Yeah,
do
like
too. I just wanted to
that's
see
a
how y'all
different type
felt
of
about it.
chase though. So
Yeah.
like
And
it's
it's
not.
But is that intriguing though? Can that be intriguing or is it a turn off? Which side of the fence would you be on when you see that? Damn, I'm talking to a dude who got a lot going on, and he got ain't no telling if he gonna answer me or not. You know what I'm saying? When I want him to answer me, because a lot
I
of
mean,
times
I really
women,
don't care if we not locked in, we not committed. I don't care because it's like you don't owe me nothing. We not in a relationship, so it's like you don't owe me anything. So if I'm not in a relationship with a person, then I could care less whether you answer or you don't answer because again, you owe me nothing.
and I'm total opposite. So I do care, and I would take that as a turn on if you're a very very busy person, and I'm the one you choose to spend your time with. It's a turn on to me, and I'm not speaking for other women, but I would see that as a turn on because I was seeing somebody, and they travel a lot. And initially, whenever he would hit me up, I was like, "Oh, you only want to hit me up when you're at home." To him, he's like, "When I'm at home, I'm in my place of peace.
Right.
I want you in my place of peace with me." So I took it differently then. It was like, oh, he's always busy, but when he's not busy, I'm the one he calls. So I would take that as a turn on.
so what happened with that dude? You still talking to him?
Yeah, I'm still
Cause he,
talking to him.
cause
I'm
he
just not in a
hard.
I'm
He
not in a
hard body.
relationship with
I like
anybody,
that.
but I am.
I like that. That's hard. That's
I'm saying,
hard.
yeah.
Like,
I'm when I'm dating, I want everybody to know if I'm dating, and I tell this to individual people, I don't date just one person. Now, if that person does something spectacular to make me want to zone in on him, then everybody else has to go.
Well, we said that last week anyway. Like, you not gonna know what you want until you date. And dating does not mean I'm going on a date with man A and man A showing me all he has to wow me. You don't have nothing to compare it to. So I have to compare it to man B. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So like that's a part of dating. And again, it's okay to date.
And I encourage men to do the same.
And they do.
so,
I
but
mean,
it,
I tell
and they
men that
so
all
let
the
me.
time.
So
If a man tells me
so
he's
is
dating
that
multiple people, then I know he's seeking. Now, if you're just out
what that
here
mean?
just wilding out, then that's different.
Nah. That. Let me ask you a question.
Mhm.
So if you single, does that mean that you got rules and regulations if you single?
And I don't get the question.
Yeah,
Break
like
it down.
Okay, so if you single, right? So
Yes.
I you can do whatever you want, right? Because technically you're single, right?
Yes.
I feel
So
like it depends.
what you mean?
Because like when I was single and I wasn't in a committed relationship, I still like Sunshine said, I still conducted myself in a
Oh,
certain manner.
yeah.
So like I had rules for myself. Like a man didn't have to give me a set of rules. Like I still had certain rules for myself.
Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, yeah, in a sense, yeah. Because I think sometimes like when we say single, are you single mentally or are you single physically? Because it's two different things. Because you can still be committed to somebody sexually. You feel me? But
Mm-hmm.
mentally, you just looking for the right one to take your emotional intelligence to the ceiling. You ain't found that person yet. So sexually, you still dating. Because like when I say dating, I mean dating and mentally and physically. Like I ain't just talking about mentally. Because I think like some women, y'all do date mentally. Y'all looking for certain things, like you were just saying. You're looking for certain things. But what about sexually? Are you still single sexually?
It just depends on what the person wants to do. I say all the time, I will never purposely be celibate. That's not something that I am. And I know it's plenty of women who say they've been single for a year, they've been single for 3 years. Look at her face. They've been single for 3 years. That's not my thing. Now, last week we were talking about situationships versus relationships. If I'm in a situationship, then I am actively with somebody physically. Once I
Damn, I
decide
missed
I
that.
want to be in a serious relationship, that situationship has to end for me. And it's not for all women
Right.
because I won't be able to actively date when I'm sleeping with somebody because I'm connected to whoever I'm sleeping with. So that person that I'm going on dates with is not going to stand a chance. Because once that's over with, guess where I'm going to go? To the one I'm sleeping with. So if
But
I
that's
don't
that's
want to be
but
in a
that's normal
relationship,
though.
then physical is a
That's a
part of
normal
it.
And
that's a normal act for women though.
but
Like, and I
mine is a little bit different because if we take that step sexually, then that means for me you got a chance at being in a relationship. So my
Right.
situationship is completely different. That's how my situationship was able to be turned into a relationship. Because like when I go there with you,
Mm-hmm.
that means you have that chance to be in a relationship. Now, whether we stay on that path or not, it's up to you.
It's up to you. Exactly.
so
I always say,
let's go back for a second because you made a comment that I really I'm intrigued about. You said that you might go on a date with someone or whoever that is, but still end up going sexually to somebody else after the date is over with. Do
Mm-hmm.
you know how typical? You know how normal that is for women? You know how many times and scenarios that y'all done be, like been in pretty much where like y'all go on a whole date or go to the club, dinner, whatever, with another dude and end up at the end of the night with a whole nother dude.
Yeah.
Y'all do it
that's coming
too.
for both
Men
Yeah, but
do it.
that's coming
sexes.
Yeah,
from
men
both.
go
That's
to the
not just
strip
coming from
club and
like
get
one.
turned on by a
But
dancer and then go back
but
home to his wife and then get it out.
Yeah,
nah
men do
nah
the
nah
same
that's
thing. Men are not
no no
Yeah.
selling
not
around
not don't
celibate
not
while they're in a
but don't
dating phase. Men are having
but
sex
no no
too.
no but no 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 but don't compare the strip club because that's a little different. I'm talking
Yeah, I
about
went to,
like
yeah,
Yeah, I wouldn't
you
go
but
to
made
the
it
strip club.
specific.
But so like for me, I can when I was single, I could go out on a date, like a dinner date, like talk to you or whatever. But if I don't feel that connection, it's not gonna be there. I'm gonna always revert back to to that person. It's just been like that.
but
Like
but
I
you
don't
know
want
that
to.
the
This is
man
my thing. Like, and
It's
I
a
mean,
security
no
blanket.
offense to nobody else. And I mean, I don't. I hope nobody take offense to this, but I'm not gonna be adding bodies to my belt just to prove a point that I'm not gonna sleep with the person I'm comfortable with. Like I'm
Hmm.
just not gonna do that.
A gram.
So
Hmm.
like
mm,
we can go on dates, like that's fine, but just because we go on dates don't mean that you hit me in that capacity for me
but
to
see that
give my body
but
to
see
you.
that but
Because anybody who this
that's
is the thing,
that's
anybody who's
ass
ever
right that's
had me
ass that's saying that right.
sexually, they've done something for me mentally that caused me to go there with them sexually. Because sex is mental for me before it is physical.
Same here.
So like
But that's crazy though,
anybody.
Ash, because you gotta think like this, right? So if a man pursuing you, right?
Hmm.
I mean, I'm an OG, so I can speak on the times where I done took women out and then balled out and trying to figure out where we ended up at together in the night, and it's a whole different direction. That shit is depressing. So like, so you got men now who rather get that conversation up front, and then
Well,
that's a
no,
turn
this is the
off for the
thing.
woman.
I'd go into no situation where a person thinks that it's going to be sex because you took me out
Right.
to
I'm
eat.
like, what?
Because, like,
Right, cause you
because
might
guess
as well
what? Like,
just get a prostitute. Just buy
I don't
it.
care about that. Like, so I take myself out to eat. So,
But you do know that the man once that man is interested in you and that first date is established, and he locked in until otherwise, and the otherwise is what is how this night
man,
gonna
Andy,
end.
niggas be lying.
Most
They don't be locked in.
most typical men, right? Most
Hmm.
typical men when they take you out and they locked into you, regardless if you locked into them or not, they're assuming that you're gonna be locked in
Well, that's the
after
thing.
this.
You shouldn't assume
But
because assumptions make you make an
yeah,
ass of
and
yourself.
you all
Right.
have to
So you
realize
should
that
have
dating
those.
is
True.
You should
dating.
have those kind of talks. See,
And
like,
if it's most typical men, that means you gonna run into something that's not that. So you can't
and you
treat
know what?
everybody like the latter. Like that's crazy.
That's
No,
why
you gotta filter it the other way.
I'm so thankful for the relationship that I have because like we came in with no expectations. We came in being very realistic with one another. We came in being very honest and very truthful to one another. So it wasn't like I'm hiding that I'm going out on dates. He wasn't hiding that he was going out on, you know what I'm saying? Like it
Hmm.
wasn't that. So
Yeah.
it wasn't like oh, I'm gonna take you out to eat and then like I'm expecting this at the end. It was nothing like that.
Not only that, but if I met you, okay, so we on our second date, right? And you feel like you done balled out, you done spent money on me, and this our second date, and you feel like we should be intimate. Sir, I don't even know nothing about your dental hygiene yet. Like it we swapping fluids. Like we are doing something that could cause us to either have something for the rest of our life or have something for the rest of our
But that's
life.
the thing.
And so it's like people are so quick to do that sometimes. And it's like you don't even know nothing about this person's personal hygiene for real, for real. You know what I mean? Like, how many times have I seen you in this outfit? Like, do
But this the thing.
I don't know. I'm just weird. You
We
might
keep
have that
using
boosie
this
shit in the
term
side of your
though.
mouth, that white stuff, and now you want me to kiss you, and I don't like that.
Sunshine.
Huh?
But y'all, we
Well,
keep.
I mean,
But this the thing. We keep having this term where we say a man go out and ball out on you, and then like you're not going home with them or whatever. I've had men ball out on me and spend lots of fucking money, and they not get no ass. Cause I don't give a damn what you spend. Just because you spend money don't mean that I got to give you my ass. Like this is
Right.
mine.
Yeah.
I know
give
men who take
I
you to
give
the
it
park.
I give it to whoever I choose to lay down with and give it to, and it's been that way.
It's
If
not
you
about how
ever got
much
it from
time
me,
or
it's
how
because
much money
I
you
wanted to give
spend.
it to you. It's not because you talked me out of it. It's not because you persuaded me or
Right.
anything. Like I ain't no little girl. You can't talk me out of giving you my private.
Not only that,
and I
but the
and
person that you
I
are
love that
today
answer.
that I meet, like you might do something or say something in between the time that I meet you and
And
the
turn you
time
on.
that we can actually be intimate that could do one of two things. It could either make you more attractive or less attractive to me. Like there are people that I know that when you first meet them, you be like, damn, that person's fine as hell. But then you have conversations with them. You see
That's
how they
me.
move.
That's
You
Yes,
me.
talk to them. And
That's
then
me.
all of
easily.
a
Hey,
sudden
Like
you
And
be
it
hey,
like, I
changes.
would
hey.
never. And so y'all be mad at us that after a date or two dates and then think about it, a date, 2 hours. So after 2 hours, I'm supposed to give you my coochie because you spent $100 on a meal. Fuck that.
Well, I'm
No,
spending
that
more than $100 on a
not.
But
meal,
I'm
but
just saying,
Not
but you
that.
but
feel what
I'm
I'm
still not gonna
saying?
give you my coochie just because
Let
you
me
bought
let
me
me
something.
can I say something that's
Okay,
arrogant though?
last thing, and then
Yes.
we gotta.
So I guess like with me, right? Like I already know you want fuck. No, I mean I ain't trying to cuss. Like I already know. Like only thing person who can fuck that up is me, right? So I mean that's just me, right? So I know that if I'm out with a woman, she's highly interested in me, right? Regardless if it's the first date, the first interaction, if we get any type of interaction where we can exchange numbers and we done had a conversation, just one conversation, I know for a fact that she's into me. Like my mom used to tell me when I was young, the only person that can fuck this up is you. So I have led into dating where I'm like, okay, I already know she wanna, I already know we can have sex. That's off the rip. But can she stimulate me mentally? Because if she can't stimulate me mentally, then I ain't even gonna want to do it unless that henny kick in. Now that henny kick in, then I might change my mind. But in regards to a sober mind, in a sober world, I already know sex is the last thing on my mind because I know I can get that. Because I'm arrogant and cocky, right? So I already know what my potential. I already know what my skill set is. I already know what I feel like I'm the prize. You know what I'm saying? Just keeping it real with you, like not trying no disrespect to no woman, but I feel like I'm the prize, right? So like the only situation or only scenario that I can see going left or going wrong is if I fuck it up, or if you just a terrible person that I can't connect with mentally. So like I think like a woman too, because like going into a situation, any man who takes a woman on a date, the only thing they thinking about is if this conversation is going good. The only thing they thinking about is where we gonna end up at the end of the night. And I'm just saying, I'm just being real with you. I know most men probably like, damn, why you saying all this? But at the end of the day, like, it's reality. We all grown. So like, if it's gonna happen, it's just a matter of when. That's how I look at it. It's just a matter of when it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Unless you fuck it up as a woman by saying something that's outrageous, or if I'm as a man say something that is outrageous. But I think that as grown people, we know if we want to fuck somebody or not. It's just a matter of when. I just feel like that. I just feel like any woman, if you want to fuck a man from the first time you meet him. That don't mean you are going to do it. You just know if you want to or not. And I think that's vice versa as a man. Like we know when we walk upon this woman, Like we know we got aspirations, like we want to fuck, but it might not be right now. But we know that off top that we want to fuck.
Right.
Now,
I think it.
anything
I
else,
think it is with both sex. People, as you said, adults know when they want to have sex and when they don't, and who they want to have sex with upon meeting them. I agree with that too. All right, so we got to get back into the topic of the day, though. We thank you for calling in.
Thank you.
bye bye.
Sunshine. Somebody said, "How long before they can a person can repeat an outfit?"
I know,
I
'cause
had
she
to
said-
read that one.
She did.
I had to read that one.
Wait a minute,
Because that
when
was
she said
funny.
that, I was like,
When you
what?
said that, I was like, and the reason I was looking crazy.
Okay, wait a
is
minute.
because I'm
First
like,
of all,
wait,
wait a minute. First of all, that just was way off the top of my head, and I ain't even mean it like that. I kind of was thinking like repeating draws, and outfit came out because it sounded better. So my apologies, but y'all knew what I meant. Like
That's
like,
what the man asked. The man said,
but like you know what I'm saying.
Now,
No,
I
you,
will
you,
say
you know
to
what I'm
that-
saying. No, like stop playing with me.
I'm big on. I'm not a fashionista person, right? So I don't have to have like designer stuff, but I do have a certain count of outfits that I wear over and over. So I do look at men that wear clothes over and and then when she said that, I was thinking like, oh crap, I thought I was the only one.
But you know
I
what?
will
so,
notice that.
Like I got certain joggers that I love to wear all the time because they're like so comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the thing. If you go in my closet, if I like something, I'll buy it in every color. But if it's black, I'll buy it like multiple. Like I got 3.
You a
Gotcha.
hairstylist?
So-
Don't go there. You a
I-
hairstylist? Black is
So
something
you already
something
know.
special
No,
about us.
listen. I have 3 of the same pair of tights. That's the same. I got like these gray sweats I got on. I got 2 of these.
Uh-huh.
You know, like I just if I like it, I'm gonna buy it.
And I'm like, so because I host every night, so I'm on camera every single day. I'm always in the mindset of, did I wear that already? So I'm always thinking like, if I have something, then I'm gonna wear it maybe once or twice, and then I'm probably gonna sell it and buy something else, or I'm gonna not wear it for a couple of months.
And
I'm always conscious of that.
I'm a minimalist. I'm one of those people who I buy stuff in color brackets, and then I just like to be able to change the same things out and make different outfits.
Gotcha.
Like if I could have a what is it monochromatic type of like Janelle Monáe.
Mhm.
She's a minimalist. Same type of color, same type of stuff, and it's just repeating but different outfits.
Switching
But
it
you-
out.
but you
The
know
shirt
what?
is different from the pants.
I be
right.
so like for me, and y'all say what I want to say, but I be so like afraid somebody gonna be like, "Didn't you just wear that 3 weeks ago?"
That's me.
like for instance,
And I
this-
hit your ass
this
with I
shirt
got a
right
washing
here-
machine.
This shirt right here, I haven't
Mhm.
worn it since it came when Carisha first launched it.
Jesus.
And that was when she was with or what is his name? The oil man.
Oh,
Diddy.
wow.
That's what I'm
Oh
saying.
my God.
But
I'm getting better though. I'm starting to be more like KELZ, how KELZ is with they see you. You're
Yeah.
out and about. And so hence this is KELZ's fault. We have a caller.
Always my
Oh,
fault.
we got a
Hey, you are
caller.
tuned into the Lick Show. Who we speaking to?
Yo, what's up, man? Hey, I know y'all at Hits 92.3. That's not a real radio station. That's just internet radio, right?
It's internet radio. and
Why
it
you
is
say
real.
just?
Right, and it is real. But who
And
are we
who
speaking
talking
to?
This is Frederick White on the south side of Riverdale, Clayton County, Atlanta. Yep.
Okay, what you got to say?
Sure, I'm enjoying the conversation, man. Y'all talking about the strip clubs and all that, man. But yeah, y'all both of y'all look good on big screen TV. I'm watching y'all on the big screen TV, you know. In my
Thank
living room.
you. Look, this is what I need you to do. Can you please take a picture of it and send it to our Instagram, the Lick Show? Because I want to see it.
Oh yeah, I'm most definitely gonna do that, and I'm gonna save this video too. Don't y'all leak this video? Y'all save it. I'm enjoying the conversation y'all having.
Okay, thank you. For
I love your
tuning in.
energy.
Yeah, I love y'all energy too, man. You know, y'all being Atlanta, man. Shoot, I'm glad springtime is here and all that. I love the spring and summer. I don't like the coldness. Yeah,
Well,
you
we
know,
don't like the
I
cold
love
either.
it. Yep.
All right, thank you so much.
You too, ma'am.
All right. Pedro said he's on YouTube. So if you want to see the beautiful faces that he's talking about, all you have to do is go to YouTube and go to the live on Hits 92.3 YouTube channel. I'm sorry. Go to Hits 92.3, click on the live and click on the Lick Show, and you're going to see us live in studio. Pedro is on there right now, and he said some women have the reputation that buy her some Don Julio and some food and it's on. Other women just carry themselves differently. Very, very true.
Very true.
And again, I always say it's the broke ones versus the ones that have themselves together. And if you listened at 12 o'clock, I talked a lot to the broke women. Get yourself together and you won't have to depend on a man to eat.
To buy you
You
some
don't have
Don
to be
Julio.
nice to a man to buy you some food and buy you some Don Julio. All right, so we're gonna take a quick break, and then when we come right back, we got to get into our topic of the day. Is how to
Yes.
cultivate a healthy relationship so that it lasts. We'll be right back. Lick Show.
Okay.
Body image and positivity are major impacts in today's society. At Nurse to Beauty, we believe in bringing the beauty from within to the forefront. For those of you who are planning to have cosmetic surgery, Nurse to Beauty is ready and available for all of your postoperative needs. My name is Dontricia Dunham, and I am the registered nurse and owner. I have over 10 years of experience with emergency medicine that has aided me in giving quality medical care for cosmetic surgery clients. We specialize in a number of safe and effective options and solutions to help you achieve your ideal body image. Have a one-on-one virtual consultation via phone or private suite location. Have your lymphatic therapies and all other postoperative needs performed by a licensed medical professional. Mobile postoperative services are also available upon request. Not interested in cosmetic surgery at this time? No worries. We also provide an array of body modification services to fulfill all of your beauty enhancement requests. We understand how costly aftercare can be after a cosmetic surgery. Ask about our affordable payment plans today with instant approval and no hard credit check. Log on to www.nursetobeauty.com for more information. Call or text 404-849-0260. For education, client transformations, and reviews, follow all of our social medias at Nurse to Beauty. See you next time.
I could hold you in my arms forever, but it wouldn't be long enough. Time is of the essence, yeah, but I'm running out. Why can't I run away from you? Why can't I run away from you? No, just say you won't.
For the cost, I'm having lover's remorse. Climax after climax, and now I'm looking for my drawers. They on the floor. See, I got a pre-rolled in the car. It's crazy how feelings can change between yesterday and tomorrow. Your late 20s, they got you all up in my business. See, younger women be less likely to question my intentions. You feeling my vibe, you know this shit you came by. Even though it's still shit I can't buy, I'm gon' try. See, these days it's either real friends or the yes friends. These days it's either wedding ring or it's chase my dream. Fucking right, and I got a bad thing for the night. And tomorrow's a different story. See, that's the story of my life. But
hold you in my arms forever, but it wouldn't be long enough. Time is of the essence, yeah, but I'm running out. Why can't I run away from you? Why can't I run away from you? No, just say you won't.
but of course, she always got a voice. With social media temptation, it means I'll always have a choice. I'm psychologically pre-wired to be mentally sex crazed. It got me eating the groceries, thinking back to my I don't give head days. I was young and naive, I was stuck in my ways. She said, most niggas do it and I'm just not acting my age. I know you worked your ass off for that new ass. You gotta show the world, let your phone be the newscast. Give me some more. I'm getting high, thinking of all of the shit that we did on the low. My tenderoni from Tender be giving the love below. A high key, you willing to try me? You willing to bypass all of my shortcomings and kamikaze?
I could hold you in
I see.
my arms forever, but it wouldn't be long enough. Time is of the
say you won't. Just say you won't.
And we are back on the Lick Show, Hits 92.3 with your girl Kels and Ashley Nicole.
Hey, 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 hey.
Shout out to everybody that has called in. So we love that y'all call in. Please don't ever stop calling in. We love it, love it, love it. Telephone number 404-254-4347. If you're on YouTube on Hits 92.3 with the Lick Show, then you'll see the number come across at some point.
And you get to see both of us if you are on YouTube versus on our
Absolutely.
Instagram.
And you see us live in studio. So the conversation that we need to get to
Mm.
is how to cultivate a healthy, not toxic, healthy dating relationship that lasts. And one of the things I did say is within the dating phase, making sure you're dating somebody that you can see a future with. Again, I'm going to keep saying this because the conversation at 12 o'clock was what women need to know about women. And one of the major things that I said is getting your finances in order, getting your mental in order and your emotions in order so that you can attract the person that fits where you are when you are ready to start dating. Because if you haven't worked on all that stuff, you're going to attract the person in your brokenness. And they're 9 times out of 10 going to be toxic and they're going to be broken themselves. So work on all of that. So I would say that is part of cultivating a healthy relationship so that it can last. Because now you're dating somebody that's actually on your level, I guess I should say. What did that dude say? He the prize? The prize meets the prize. How about that?
I like that.
Yeah, the prize meets the prize.
I'm going to have to use that. Let me put that in my notes.
And I mean, that's big. Because again, I said I dated a guy that I thought I really, really liked. It was so many things that I liked about him, but I realized I needed him. Okay, I'm sorry. You hairs in my mouth. I felt like I needed him. So what I do like and respect about him is he cut me off. I've never ever had a guy cut me off.
You got cut off by a dude?
I got cut off by a dude. I got cut off because I didn't have anything in order. I was a broken mess trying to date somebody. And he was like, you got a lot of stuff going on. You're a great person. I've never had a woman talk to me the way that you do. I never had a woman make me feel comfortable to open up to her. So he was like, I'd hate to lose all of those things. But sis,
you
get grounded first.
You know what's crazy? Broken Ashley dated somebody that was broken.
I've always dated somebody broken.
So like when I was like after my marriage, when I started dating or whatever, the person that I gravitated towards was broken just like I was broken.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, okay, it was definitely a trauma bond. But when I got my therapy and I got my help, I was like, oh hell, this ain't it. Somebody said you have to be open, you have to be honest and upfront. And people are scared to say what they really want. Yeah. And that's the truth. Because, like, if you're not open and you're not upfront and honest, then you don't give people the choice. Yeah, and that's my thing. That's my thing. Always give me a choice, because you never know what what I'm willing to, take, or what I'm willing to deal with, or how I'm able to navigate life if you don't give me that choice.
Yeah. I'm big on being honest and upfront and transparent. Transparency is a plus and a negative with me. If you're a person that is scared of blunt truth, then I probably won't be your person, because if you ask me a question, we just talked about that. If you ask me a question, I'm going to give you an answer whether you want it or not. If we're on a date and he's like, when's the last time you had sex? And if I had sex yesterday, don't ask me that question, because I might say yesterday.
So let me tell you, for me, I'm the type of person where I hate having people around me who are not honest and can't be blunt. Mm-hmm. I don't like people around me who sugarcoat things, because I feel like if you sugarcoat things in that particular manner, I can't trust you. Yeah. I can't trust you at all behind my back. So even when it comes to friend relationships, not even just dating relationships, if you are a sugarcoating person, we'll never have a long-lasting friendship. Mm-hmm. Ever.
And tell me when I'm doing wrong.
Please tell me.
Don't do it in public
wrong.
Though. I'm very big on
privacy.
Yeah. Tell me in private. Mm-hmm. Back me in public, but cuss me out in private. We had to beat that girl up, but that really was your fault.
Yeah, now that's me. I'm that friend, and I'm
that friend.
I am that friend. I will have your back 100. even that spouse, I would have your back 100%
Mhm.
in public. We get
Mhm.
behind them clothes. I'm like, now you know,
Now
goddamn
you
on
know,
well.
god darn well, you slept with that girl, man.
Oh shit, girl,
You don't made us have to drag her, and that was your fault.
girl. I'm gonna
I'm
tell
that
you off
friend.
air. I'm gonna tell you
But I
that off
am going to
air.
tell you about yourself. And I expect you to tell me about myself. And
Right.
even if I don't agree with what you're doing, that doesn't mean I look at you less. That doesn't mean I'm going to judge you. But I do want you to know this wasn't right and you need to fix it.
But I would rather have a friend that I'm able to be honest with and open with, and we can have open communication versus one that I feel like I can't tell the truth to. Because then again, we're not gonna last.
Yep.
But and that's all. That all stems with even with like your significant other. I don't want a person that I can't be open and honest with. Like I need to be 100% honest with you, because if I can't be honest with nobody else, the person that I share my bed with, I need to be 100% honest with.
Yeah.
It's almost like, you know how you go to the gynecologist and the gynecologist tell you got to be honest now. Like what you should always tell
Lie
your
to them
doctor.
and they all in your stuff. We too far to be lying, sis. But I agree with that 1000%. That's part of what I was saying earlier too, is learning to be a good friend helps you in life. If you can't be a good friend, I don't, like you said, I can't see how you can be a good partner.
And then I feel like with a partner, people always say like their relationship is perfect. I think it's not necessarily a perfect relationship. It's what's perfect for you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like healthy conflict.
Yep.
When people tell me that they don't have arguments and they don't have conflict in their relationship, I'm like, either you laying down and taking whatever, or you lying, because you got to be able to
It's
have,
got to be one of those.
you got to be able to have healthy conflict. And I was watching an interview the other day with Jason and Helani, Mr. and Miss 2 Weeks, and they from therapy they learned how to like argue healthy.
Yeah.
You know, like it's a way to do it.
Yep.
Because I'm not gonna always say that I'm gonna agree with what my person says, but we have to learn how to be able to talk things out and agree to disagree.
Agree to disagree. One thing I had to learn, because my argumentative style was shut down. I said what I said. You said what you said. If we can't come to the middle and you're still going, I'm just going to sit there. I'm not going to say anything. And I'll give you the cold shoulder. And I'm learning that is a toxic trait as well. That's a part of narcissism. If you blatantly ignore, you walk around the house for days and y'all don't talk, that is a form of narcissism. And I was like, oh shit.
But you know what, like what works for me is if we have a disagreement, we can try to talk on it. If we can't agree, let it go, and then try to come back to it in 24 hours.
Yeah.
But if we can't agree, then like let's agree to disagree. You know what I'm saying? Like I never want to be like, oh, you just 100% wrong, or you say I'm just 100% wrong. We have to learn to agree to disagree, because you're not wrong with your feelings. I'm not wrong with my feelings.
Right.
We just have
Your
to learn
feelings are
how
your
to,
feelings.
like maneuver in the same atmosphere.
So I'm a person that particularly wouldn't work with me in the moment, because if I'm mad, I don't want to say something that I'm going to have to apologize about later or regret that I said later. So if we are having a disagreement, I'm going to ask that we stop talking right now and we can talk about it later. I'm not going to want to sit and try to figure out the problem in that moment, because I'm still mad.
But you know
I got to
what?
calm all the way down.
That's why it helps at the beginning, before you even get into those things, to talk about those things. And again, that's where people are scared to speak their truth and really say what they really want. Because if you talk about those things in the beginning, then your significant other already knows, well, when KELZ gets upset, KELZ gets hot-headed, and she might say something she don't want to say. So instead of talking about it now, let's let it die down and then come back to it.
But I have to be the one, because I'm the one that shuts down. I have to give an actual time frame of when we're gonna have this conversation. It isn't just like, oh, I know KELZ is a hothead and she got to shut down and she gonna talk about it later. But if we're gonna talk about it later, KELZ needs to tell me, is this after dinner tonight? Is this when she gets off of work tomorrow? Because I don't want to sit around as the other person wondering when KELZ is gonna calm down so we can have this conversation. So I have to do the double duty, because I don't want to talk at the moment. And even though I'm mad at you, I still have to give you grace and say, hey, let's not talk about it until after I get off of work tomorrow. That way you can go on about your life and you ain't got to worry about blowing me up all day because I've ignored you all day long,
And somebody said
wondering
they
when
don't
we gonna talk.
apologize. They was like they don't apologize. They say what they hate to say something. People who be like, I didn't mean it that way or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a very much so stand on what I say person, because if I said it,
Mm-hmm.
I meant it.
That's what the shutdown
and
for me is.
and that's why when I'm mad, I don't say things in anger, because when you say things in anger, it might come out one way,
Yep.
and you don't mean it to come out that way.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd rather just like sit down, relax, kumbaya, and then talk about it. Because I'm very stubborn, and I know this about
Yes, me
myself. Like
too.
I know that I'm very stubborn.
Me too. Another thing I used to do that I had to stop doing is even in a shutdown, I might get off the phone, but now I'm gonna send you a book text
I
to
don't
get
like
my
that.
feelings apart
I
out.
don't like that.
So now I won't even do that. Cause I'm like, you know what? If you can't actually talk to somebody, then that's a waste of time.
Yeah, because like
'Cause
me
you're not gonna blow
personally,
me up, hang up on me, and then send me a book text. I was
well,
like, I
that's the
gotta stop
thing.
doing that.
Text messaging can be like the way that you text certain things can come off in a manner that you didn't really mean for it to come off of.
Mm-hmm.
So like for me, if I have something to say that I know could be perceived wrong, whether it's a friend or a spouse, I don't
Mm-hmm.
text it. I'll call you and say it so you can actually hear me saying it
Yeah.
versus seeing me text it.
Yeah.
Cause like I just I don't like that.
Because you're absolutely right.
Cause like
Sometimes
I
it'd be like,
might
oh, I didn't mean it that way. Oh,
yeah,
well,
cause
that's
like
how I took
you
it.
might text me something I read and be like what the fuck, Cause like in
Mm-hmm.
my phone, I have a specific like a couple of words that come up automatically in caps. And when you
Gotcha.
texting fast, you don't think to go back and change this. So it appears that I'm
Right.
yelling this specific
Yeah.
word, but I'm
Yeah.
really not yelling the word. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. I just want you to actually
Yeah.
this word means something. So that is part of keeping a healthy relationship. Is like she said, having the conversations up front of argumentative styles. Some people be like, I need to see you in all the seasons. But if you have that conversation up front, then of course when that season comes, you already know how to maneuver. You know, winter comes at certain times of the year, it's time to pull that coat out. So if you have the serious conversations, and like you said, most people don't like to have the serious conversations.
You got to have the uncomfortable
They
conversation.
have to.
And
Yeah, 'cause
people
there's no
don't have
way.
uncomfortable conversations. Like they don't.
And stop judging people because everybody is different. Everybody's not going to think like you. Everybody didn't grow up the way that you grew up. They're not going to move the way that you move. So when they tell you, if they feel comfortable enough to be vulnerable and talk about the uncomfortable things, and the first thing you do is judge them, you've lost them already.
Yeah, because I know like my person, he's very direct. So
Mhm.
sometimes when he used to say stuff, it'll kind of hurt my feelings. And I'll sit there and I'll be like, how do I say this? And then I'll go back and tell him, he like, well, that's not what I was like how I was saying. He was like, that's just how I talk.
Yeah.
So I had to learn, like he's just a direct person. He's like, it's no gray area. It's either black or it's
Ooh.
white. Like we ain't no gray area.
I'm a Pisces. I am big on words and I'm big on how you talk to me. I had to teach somebody how to nah, you can't talk to me like that.
And that's the thing. It's not even that he talk harsh. It's just that he's very direct. It's more so like it's like how you would talk to somebody in business, like you firm.
Yes.
And I'd be like,
look,
nigga,
that one over there.
Yeah.
This one over here.
I'd
be like, please. Thank you. Good morning.
But
She be
the
like,
thing about it,
you need to do blah blah blah. I'm like, whoa.
Right. And that's the thing.
And she just be like, look, I'm sorry. I'm a Libra. I'm doing 500 things. I just needed to get this off real quick.
And the thing about it is, and I really can say, like over the last, like 3 years, I've seen the change, like him, taking it into consideration.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, okay, that's like cool. Because I'm like, nigga, like who you talking to? Like, bro,
what I do to you? Who you?
Yeah, I asked him. Like one time he sent me a message. I had to come. I was like, you okay? He was like, yeah, I'm great. He was like, yeah, great. What's up? And I'm like, yo, like, bro, like
that was the ex. He would just, and he meant no harm. And I was like, look, I know you a New Yorker, and I'm a Southern girl, and our dialect is different.
Very.
But you just gotta watch how you talk to me because I'm taking it wrong. And I know you don't mean no harm, but it's gonna be hard for me to digest that. And same thing over time. All of that changed. So yeah.
Sunshine, you ain't saying nothing. Okay.
This is a trigger show. This is a trigger show. So yeah.
Okay, we love you behind the scenes.
So if you are just tuning in, we're talking about how to cultivate a healthy dating relationship that lasts. And those are some of the things that we feel like will last in a relationship is having the difficult conversations up front, having your life in order. Don't go in broke because you're going to date somebody, not even broke just financially. I'm talking about emotionally too. Don't go in broke because you're going to attract somebody that when you are in a better place, y'all have nothing in common. I promise you that's going to happen. You have absolutely nothing in common, and it's going to be the worst relationship ever.
You like do the work to work on yourself. But another thing that I think helps with relationships is individuality.
Yes.
So like you have your individual time. Everything is not about being under somebody.
Yep.
And I think that's the problem. You want to be under a person so much, like give each other space.
I had to learn that too.
Like give each other space. I don't need to eat, sleep, shit, go to church, watch TV, go to work, everything with you. Like give people their space.
I literally had to learn that. So in a part of taking accountability, my first marriage, I left mainly because of that. I felt like he was a roommate. I felt like he didn't love me, this and the third, whatever. But I learned, like, what were you doing outside of him? I had no life. It was him and the kids.
And that's bad.
So if he wasn't doing something or he didn't want to go somewhere and he didn't want to travel, he didn't want to go out to eat, he didn't want to take the kids to the park with me, he didn't want to be on my social media, I'm like, this man don't like me. If I would have had my own life, who knows if we would have been divorced. So those are things I literally had to learn in a part of accountability is when you do not date yourself, you are going to depend on the person that you are with to give you the love that you should have for yourself.
So they said Sunshine was speechless. Y'all, Sunshine is coming back into the studio. She's no longer speechless.
I was just about to say the only thing with that is that you start doing stuff by yourself, and then you start doing stuff by yourself.
Now that's the thing. It's time.
I'm gonna say it's limits.
It's limits. Like it's limits to that because
So let me say
I
this
don't
want to
be under you. Yeah.
So I dated a guy, and again, the same one that I said that always made sure his car was clean. He's 14 years older than me. So certain things that I want to do, he in his mind feels like he physically can't do because he's a certain age. One of the things is I want to go zip lining. I love whitewater rafting, which I'm about to put another trip. So this will be like our fourth year doing whitewater rafting with Hits 92.3. It is so much fun, but he was like, why don't you do those things with your friends? He was like, because I kept saying over time, we don't have a lot in common. And he was like, we have a lot in common. What do you mean? He was like, we do this. We love karaoke. We love dancing. We love live music. We love this. We love that. And then I gave him a whole list of things that we don't do together. And he was like, why does the 20 things that we don't have in common have to do with the 6 that we can do together?
Right.
And I was like, damn, that makes sense. So the 20 things that we don't have in common, that's why you got friends to do those with. And it doesn't always have to be the opposite sex as a friend. You could do those things with your female friends. That's why I said when you start doing things on your own, you still have limits and limitations of things that you do. Where you can do it by yourself or do it with your homegirls or friends that you've had forever.
I just mean don't be under a person 24/7. When you get under a person 24/7, things get old, things get redundant. It's almost like, okay, on Monday we're gonna eat chicken, barbecue chicken. On Tuesday we're gonna eat tacos. On Wednesday we're gonna watch TV at 3:00. Like it spice it up some. Like don't let every day be so routine because nobody want to come home to a routine every day.
And that's when you start finding stuff outside the house. One thing too to keep cultivate a healthy relationship is date night. We talk about this often. You don't have to. I prefer to set it every week on the same day. Like right now, I'm not working on Tuesdays, so if I was in a relationship, then I would want my date night to be on a Tuesday night.
See, mine is random.
Yours is, and it can be.
But
if you're two very busy people, it's hard to set a set schedule.
Yeah, like mine is random because not only that, but we got these cheering. They be having activities.
Y'all got lights.
So like this week, we did date night on Sunday. Like we did date day on Sunday.
Cute.
I know it was real
cute.
And we're gonna throw another one in there because anniversary coming up. So we're gonna throw another one in there this week.
And so another thing that we did when I was in a relationship and we did date night, I think it actually was on a Tuesday night, is we rotated. This week I plan it, next week you plan it. So it's not always falling on one person because that can create resentment. Like I'm the one that's always doing. So if you have it to where y'all know y'all want to do something, then that's a discussion. Who's going to plan it? If you decide that both of you are going to plan it together or one person does it versus the other person, everything to make a relationship healthy is communication and understanding. Understanding more than just communication. Because people can be like, I communicated with them. Did they understand what you were trying to say? Did they comprehend? Somebody made me mad
That's because
recently.
communication.
Girl.
I think people think communication is only you voicing something, but it's also the person receiving it.
It's also
so, like,
them receiving
it's a two-way street
in a language that they understand, not you.
Not what
you can't make
understand.
somebody understand your language.
Yeah, because it's like if you understand English, but I'm telling it to you in Spanish, then I'm telling it to you, but you don't understand it because you don't speak the language.
What do you expect?
Right.
Yeah. Recently, I had a conversation with somebody, and I was very blunt on what it was that I needed. Like, I can want a lot of things, but I was like, for this to move anywhere, I need this. He repeated it back to me in a way that now we're both on the same understanding, and he still didn't do it. So it's like,
wait, what?
Right. So it's like, okay, cool. So now I know within dating, and this what comes with dating multiple people, is they start to weed themselves out. Because I'm a person that is cool with having different conversations, and I am a give you a chance, give you a chance, give you a chance. I'm the type of person that's going to hand you the rope and just let you hang yourself, because eventually you will. The one that's standing the longest is the one that I feel like, okay, now this one is worth spending individual time with. Everybody else got to go. And that's literally how I'm dating. How I used to date is, if I go on a date with somebody and I really like this person, this is a great date, I'm going to focus on this one person and see where we go. And then if it doesn't work out, or I find red flags a couple months later, then I cut him off and I go back to the dating pool. I ain't doing it. That takes way too long, and you wasted way too much time. So I flip it now. I go on dates. If you pan out, you pan out. If you don't, and I am 1,000% honest with them, you're not the only person I'm seeing. And I hope that they would be honest and say the same.
Right. I have a question, because somebody wants to know, how could they get their own show? So what they do, just DM the Hits page.
See, this is what you do. If you want a show with Hits 92.3, make sure you send your email to hits923newshow@gmail.com and tell us about your potential show.
See, I didn't have the information, but
it's hits923newshow@gmail.com. And that's all you got to do is send your information. It's a whole little process, and then you will get to meet the lady behind the board back there, Sunshine.
Sunshine.
Yep. So it's a little process, and it's But those are the few things. So we're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, we're gonna get back to how to cultivate a healthy dating relationship that'll last. You're listening to the L.I.C.K Show with your girl KELZ and Ashley Nicole. We'll be right back.
Sunshine, do I need
Decatur, Lithonia, Conyers, Covington, McDonough, and all surrounding areas. Something Special Bar and Lounge presents Music Bingo and Karaoke. That's right, you heard me. Music Bingo and Karaoke. Every Wednesday is Something Special Bar and Lounge. On the 1 and 2s, we got DJ P-Joe. Not to mention, we got the host with the most, KELZ. We got drink specials, plus the full kitchen, seafood dip, salmon bites, sweet heat wings, jerk chicken egg roll. From 5 to 7 is our happy hour. Mix and match, 2 items. Looking for good vibes, delicious drinks, delicious food. Something Special Bar and Lounge, 1377 Old McDonough Highway, Conyers, Georgia. The best spot on the east side. Express lunch on the go. Not to mention, now open for lunch from 11 to 3 Monday through Friday. Look us up on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Something Special Bar and Lounge.
We're back.
And we are back on the L.I.C.K Show.
Don't do us like that, Sunshine. Today's been very good. We're cultivating healthy relationships.
We are cultivating healthy relationships that'll last. And what were the points that we had? Get your life together, sis.
Communicate.
And
understand.
That's 2 and 3. Be upfront and honest about your intentions. Don't expect somebody to chase you. Let them court you. Let them reciprocate if they are trying to court you. If they are, what's the other word I said? It wasn't courting. It was
what other word did you use?
Because people be like, courting, I ain't trying to court. another word for showing interest. Hell, I forgot. But yeah, when a guy is showing interest, ladies, don't make it difficult if you are interested to reciprocate. That's the best thing to do in 2025 because the grown men they got themselves together are not gonna wait for you.
They not chasing
They're
like
not
that.
chasing. Like I said, grown men don't chase. Only the broke ones. All right.
And remember, the prize meets the
The
prize.
prize meets the prize.
I'm posting when I post it on Instagram as a caption under my picture. I don't want you or Indy
I
to
ain't
say
saying
anything
nothing.
because I am going. It's in my notes. I am making that a caption. Follow me on Instagram, mz.ashley Nicole.
And you're gonna see the prize meets the prize. And look, can we talk on that really fast before we get out of
What
here?
you want to talk about?
I don't want a man that doesn't feel like he's the prize.
Thank you.
I want him to feel like he's the prize. Now you telling me I gotta step up to you. You doing all that, sir. You ain't gotta do all that. But if you walk in a certain light, I am gonna want to come up to your level.
But that's because guess what? You are a reflection of your significant
exactly.
other.
And if you don't think you a prize, then how I'm gonna put you on the shelf?
That goes back to you being in a relationship and you out here taking these $10, $15, $20 drinks. You thirsty.
The prize meets the prize. So men, stop saying we laugh about it. I laughed too when he said that. But that made me think of him a little different. Now I'm like, I want to see who he is. At first I'm just listening, like, okay, we're just having a conversation. Now if this man say he the prize, who is he? Tell us because I wanted to see who he was.
You want his Instagram is the real Mr. Indiana.
The real Mr. Indiana. Okay, I'm checking you out. You better be a prize, sir.
Just remember, this prize is engaged to be married.
Oh, he's already engaged.
Yes.
So the prize met the prize.
The prize met the prize. The prize is engaged to be married.
Why you need to stay away from people in relationships when it comes to me because you keep bringing around these grown men that are already taken.
I can't do nothing. Like I didn't bring it.
Get off her live if you in a relationship. Dang. Cause that last one, girl, when he was like he paid everything and
okay, it is 151. We are. It's hits 90.
I'm single,
Sunshine.
y'all. So y'all gotta forgive me. They be wanting to mute my mic.
We gonna.
She did.
I'm gonna get the machine next time.
Okay, so
I don't know what this one is.
I need to start promote this every single week. So I am looking for. It's so nasty jumping out my glass. I am looking for a wine sponsor, which means you provide the wine and we promote you all week long, especially on our Whining Women Wednesday. I have not gotten a response from any wine owners. If you want to get your wine on the L.I.C.K show, all you have to do is send me an email at L-I-C-K, L-I-C-K, radioshow@gmail.com. And we'll test out your wines. We'll figure out the one that we both like, that we want to drink every week, and then we'll keep that one. Now, if you send a wine and we don't like it, we are going to say we don't like this wine. You're not going to say that? I'm blunt. So if you stand behind your product, it's going to be good.
You don't think I'm going to say it?
If you stand behind your product, it's going to be good. And if you are looking to get your wine out and you need somebody to promote it and you're like, dang, I need more people, you need to send it into the L.I.C.K show because we do this each and every Wednesday from 12 to 2 p.m. We sit here, we drink wine, and we talk about men. So if you have a wine business, make sure you reach out to us.
It's to talk about men for me.
It's to talk about men. But we'd be talking to women about men. Men just be tuning in because y'all nosy. And y'all want to know what we're talking about. That's why.
And they've been giving good insight though. The last couple of weeks they've been giving
good questions.
They've been asking good questions. They've been giving good insight.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all should tune in, ladies, so y'all can get some gems.
Exactly. All right. So anything you want to tell them? You know what? We don't talk about your business enough.
Oh, we don't.
We don't. Do they know what you do?
I have braids today, but but I am a hairstylist as well as a realtor. My personal page has all the details in my bio. I always give out that page because as soon as you pull it up, all my businesses are just like right there. But my page is mz.ashley Nicole. I am located here in the metro area. I also sell hair and bundles. So Matter of fact, you know what? Next week I'm gonna put a code in for Hits
There
92.3,
you
so
go.
that way they can get they discounted bundles. You know what I'm saying? Because we got this tariff. I ain't got no tariff problem right now, so I'm gonna put in this discounted code.
She ain't got nothing to do with that. And I am looking for a sugar daddy. I don't have a job. I'm looking to be kept. I'm looking for a zaddy. That's it. That's what I do for a living. So you can find me on all social media platforms at The Real Who Is KELZ.
No comment.
Not for real. I'm not even clearing it up. At 4:00 we have Unbox Top 10. 5:00 we have Go to Truth. 6:00 we have relationship advice from a single guy. 7:00 we have Voicing with Queen. You can also find me after 7:00 at Something Special Bar and Lounge in Conyers, Georgia, where we do music bingo and karaoke. I host. I don't do that for a living, y'all. I just do that tonight. Again, I'm just trying to be kept. So make sure you follow our flagship show, All Hustle No Fear, with your girl Sunshine, Monday through Friday. And following that at 11:00, we have the Goat Shop. They talk about sports. So all the men that are tuned in, we need y'all to start tuning in at 11:00. That leads right into the 12:00 show. So they're here Monday through Friday, 11:00, and they're talking about sports and other things that they talk about too. But it is a sports show. So we know we need more men to call in and talk to them. Make sure you follow the radio station at Hits 92.3. And we are out. Peace.
I'm fine.
Decatur, Lithonia, Conyers, Covington, McDonough, and all surrounding areas. Something Special Bar and Lounge presents Music Bingo and Karaoke. That's right, you heard me. Music Bingo and Karaoke. Every Wednesday at Something Special Bar and Lounge. On the 1 and 2s, we got DJ P-Joe. Not to mention, we got the host with the most. KELZ, we got drink specials, plus the full kitchen, seafood dip, salmon bites, sweet heat wings, jerk chicken egg roll. From 5 to 7 is our happy hour. Mix and match, 2 items, looking for good vibes, delicious drinks, delicious food. Something Special Bar and Lounge, 1377 Old McDonough Highway, Conyers, Georgia. The best spot on the east side. Express lunch on the go. Not to mention now open for lunch from 11 to 3 Monday through Friday. Look us up on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Something Special Bar and Lounge.